Hi, and welcome to the Kidney Foundation's Plugged In show. On today's show, we've got more highlights for you from the 2019 Kidney Walks. And meet kidney patient and recent transplant recipient Geoff and his living donor Debi, who, along with their team, the Believers, were out in full force at the Kidney Walk in the Fraser Valley. And Plugged In was at the PKD Patient Forum in Vancouver, where nephrologist Dr Bevilaqua was on hand to answer questions from members of the local PKD community who were eager to learn more about PKD and what resources are available in Canada. It's all next, right here on Plugged In. Polycystic Kidney Disease, or PKD, is one of the most common life-threatening genetic diseases affecting Canadians. Tonight, patients and their loved ones have been invited to join a special PKD Patient Forum in Vancouver, and Plugged In is here to cover some of the highlights. Patient forums like this offer the opportunity for patients to learn from experts about what PKD diagnosis can mean to them and their loved ones. They also hear about the resources and support systems that are available to them and to their loved ones. If they have questions, they're going to be answered right here. And of course, they get to meet other people living with PKD in their community. So before the evening gets started, let's do a quick PKD 101 crash course. Are you ready? In layman's terms, what is PKD? Well, polycystic means many fluid-filled sacs or many cysts. It's a genetic disorder that causes many cysts to form right on the kidneys. And who's affected by PKD? Well, PKD can affect anyone at any time, and about 5% of all people requiring dialysis or kidney transplantation have PKD. Are there different types of PKD? Well, yes, there are. There are two types. ADPKD is the most common form. It actually affects 1 in 1,000 births, and symptoms generally appear around midlife. And the second type, ARPKD, is a rare form of PKD causing symptoms in infants and young children. And what are the chances that PKD will cause kidney failure? Well, unfortunately, kidney failure occurs when you have less than 10 to 15% of your kidney function left. When your kidneys fail, you will need dialysis or a transplant. At tonight's PKD Patient Forum, Dr Bevilaqua will be addressing these and so many more questions. And in fact, he's going to have a Q&A with many of the patients here this evening. So stay with us, because we'll be back with more from the PKD Patient Forum.
Hi, I'm here with Derek. He is on Team RBC today and he'll be walking. So Derek, why are you walking today?
I'm walking to basically promote awareness about kidney disease and kidney transplants. I'm fortunate enough to have received a kidney transplant, and I just celebrated my 10-year anniversary of having a kidney transplant. Yeah, and I feel great. I take a little bit of medication in the morning and in the evening, and other than that, I lead a very normal life. So I'm very thankful for all the research that's been done, and for the fact that somebody was willing to donate a kidney to me, which essentially saved my life.
That's so great to hear. I'm here with Bernadette and Justin. They are two of our March Drive alumni, and I just wanted to ask them a couple questions. So Justin, why are you here today?
Well, I'm here today to obviously give back to the community, but I've been involved with the kidney canvassing aspect for the last number of years. Bernadette and I are here today representing the canvassers of Kelowna, and we're excited to be here today and be part of the first time we're here, because we've been canvassing in the past number of years, and that now has turned into our walk, turned us into be participating in the walk.
Great, thank you. And Bernadette, why are you walking today?
I'm walking today to give back to the community, and you know, it's for a worthy cause. It feels good to do something good, and it just warms my heart to give back to such a fine community.
It's Randy, the roving reporter again, and today we have with me Mr. Mark Rogers, one of the owners of Central Drugs at Bowen Road, where many of the kidney recipients, kidney people on renal, get their medications. Hi Mark, how you doing?
Great, Randy. How are you?
Good. So what brings you out today?
Well, on behalf of Central Drugs, myself and our team are here to support a great cause in the community and bring awareness to such an important health condition, and raise awareness, and obviously enjoy the walk and on a day-to-day basis, we see people from all realms of the kidney treatment area, and we're happy to be involved.
And you have a team, right, Mark?
We do, yes. We have about 8 pharmacists here today and some ancillary staff and their spouses and children, so everybody's happy to get out and get a little exercise and enjoy the day here.
And what's your position here in this event today?
I am the event coordinator.
Cool, great. What is this event?
It's to raise awareness and funds for kidney and organ donation.
Who have you got with you?
I have my half my family. I've got my parents, I've got my daughter, I've got my sisters are coming as well, and I've got my coworkers and friends as well.
You know, one of the most wonderful things that participants enjoy about attending the Kidney Walk is the people that you meet and the camaraderie you build with others as kidney patients. And that's so true of the Kidney Walk here in the Fraser Valley. One of the teams here today has an incredible story of hope, perseverance, and triumph that has touched my heart, and I know it will touch yours as well. Geoff and Debi, welcome to Plugged In. So Geoff, can you share some of your story with us?
Well, I got sick around the age of 13 with liver disease, and I ended up with an infection that went to my blood and my brain. Actually went to my eyes as well. I almost went blind. I was in the hospital for many, many months. They told me I was never going to live again. They told me multiple times to get the family down because I was going to die. But we never did. We always stood strong.
And the kidney disease started to develop.
Yeah, the kidney disease started as a result of that. Okay. I've been on dialysis. I used to be on dialysis 7 days a week, 4 hours at a time. Now I'm down to 3 days a week, and soon to be none as soon as I get a kidney transplant.
And in May 2018, you were informed that although you did need a kidney transplant, because of all these complications you spoke of, you weren't eligible to be on a BC transplant list, which means you needed a living kidney donor.
Yeah, which is unfortunate, but luckily we found Debi, and things look good.
So that's a good point. So Debi, tell us about how you entered the story, your connection to the family, and how did you learn about the situation?
Well, around April of last year, we helped Geoff's parents sell their home and buy a new home for the family. And in that tent, we learned that their son was quite sick. I saw the article in the local newspaper where Tracey, his mother, was looking for a living donor, and it just grabbed me by the heart, and I haven't looked back.
So it's all one thing.
Open this part first, please.
Okay. No. Seriously?
What is it? Now you can It's taken me about a year to get through all the process because the transplant people are very, very thorough and very, very careful with their donors. If there was anything in my health that would have put me at unnecessary risk, they would not have approved me. So I've had to work hard, but we're here now.
And you did find out in the process that you had health challenges.
I was on the road to developing diabetes if I would have continued along the way I was, the potential for developing diabetes. So I started walking. I looked on the internet to see what I could do for myself, and I started walking. I've got up to about 45 minutes a day, twice a day, around 10 kilometers now, and I took my numbers down from a 10 to a 6.3. Well below the number I had to meet. And that was the last step I had to get to.
That's incredibly inspiring.
It feels good.
Found out on Thursday that our day is the 19th of June.
Yeah, so this is the first step right now is doing this walk together, and then in a couple of weeks, you'll have a new kidney.
So you're telling me we have to do a sequel then?
I guess you're going to have to do a sequel.
So this is the first year then that Team Believers is taking part in the Kidney Walk here in Fraser Valley. What does it mean for you both to be part of this event?
I think it's our first step towards
first step into
good health.
Good health.
Yes.
No pun intended.
No pun intended.
We're going to be partners in health for the rest of our lives.
Oh, absolutely.
Dr. Bevilacqua, wow, what a great patient forum tonight. You must have been very pleased with how everything went.
Yeah, thank you. And I always love doing these events. You know, the turnout tonight was great. So we had so many people coming here eager to learn about their disease and learn about what resources are out there. So just in general, I love doing these events. This was a particularly great one. The turnout was phenomenal. We've never had this many people come out. People were engaged. Yeah, always a pleasure to do these kinds of events. I spend too much time as doctors and healthcare providers. Sometimes we talk to each other a lot, but we don't talk to the patients we serve. And so events like this, I think, are just absolutely critical that we get out there and do a little more of.
So why are things like this, a patient forum, so important to PKD patients?
I think there's a couple of things. So I think learning about the disease itself and having a better understanding of what it means to have PKD, how you can live well with PKD, what the treatment options are. I think just that education piece is a part of the value here. But I think the other part is just connecting patients with one another. I think when we have a group of people in a room and we're talking about something like this, it really takes away the feeling that they're the only one suffering there. They can look around them and see that there's people just like them from all walks of life also going through a similar experience, and knowing that there's that support and all those other people out there, I think is very helpful for people to know.
The second time that we've caught up with you at a PKD clinic, we were at the opening, which was quite exciting, last year at the PKD clinic opening in Surrey, and it was the first one.
Yeah, so, and this is an exciting time for us as well. So as you know, we've been here all day doing meetings and events and things like that with our kidney care team. And although at the time we were saying that this was the first one, it's definitely no longer the only place. And since then, we've had a few other areas in Vancouver have put together some dedicated PKD clinics or resources. They're doing that at Vancouver General and at St. Paul's. And more importantly, in BC, across the province, we're moving to try to have this as part of our kidney care clinics everywhere. So I think we've matured past the point of this being a thing that's delivered in a few individual clinics to now what our provincial kidney care group is doing is trying to find ways and come up with resources to put this in every kidney clinic across BC. So with the model of rather than somebody having to go see a special physician or a special clinic in a special place, these tools and all the same excellent care can be delivered close to home where they usually get their care. And that's where I think the future really is having a network of these across the province, all with the task and with the goal of giving the best possible care to patients where they live.
Things have come a long way, really, in a short period of time. What a difference a year makes, really.
Absolutely, and this is not just me. I would be lying through my teeth if I came up here and took all the credit for it. There is a whole group and team of people who are behind this. There's everyone in the BC Renal Agency and specifically our kidney care group who has done a lot of the on-the-ground work of trying to get this into every clinic. And there's the frontline staff who are engaged in this process and who are going to be the ones doing it. And there's the patients themselves. The patients and the patient groups like the PKD Foundation who have definitely let us know that there's a need for this. There's an appetite for this, to have this across BC. So I stand on the shoulders of a lot of different people who put a lot of work into making this happen.
What does it mean to you to have that one-on-one FaceTime with the patients here in a forum setting?
I find I sometimes see my own patients in these at these patient forums, and I sometimes learn more about them at these events than I do when I'm seeing them in the clinic, and have been seeing them for some time. Because where people open up and share parts of their journey that maybe you didn't know about or never came out in a clinic setting. So this is why I think it's so important for us as healthcare providers to be doing things like this, to engage with our patients in a way that's a little closer to home and a little out of the clinical or hospital realm, because that's where I think the conversations tend to be different and we learn different things about each other. They learn from us and we learn from them.
Well put, and congratulations on a wonderful patient forum this evening, and all the best, and we'll catch up with you next time.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Barb. Always a pleasure.
Hi, I'm here at the Fraser Valley Kidney Walk with Manisha. Manisha, why are you here?
I'm here for basically the unknown donor that gave me his kidney or her kidney. So I pray every day for that donor. And I'm really grateful to the Kidney Foundation and the transplant. It's given me a second chance to life. When I had the kidney failure, I thought my life is going to end. But here I am today doing a full-time job. I'm enjoying a beautiful sunny day here, and that means a lot to me, to be able to give that. So I'm always thankful to Kidney Foundation and the transplant clinic. Yes.
That's amazing. And how does it feel to have your community here today?
It is amazing, just because of the fact that I know all these people, every one of us, we have our own stories of struggle for maybe ourselves or people around us whose lives have been touched with the kidney disease. This is totally curable. Kidney disease, we can take care of it if detected early. So the only thing is we have the time and the means, the awareness around it to be able to go ahead and defeat it, let's say, every day of life, yes. So, yeah. I'm here with my husband, my daughter, all my friends. We did a Zumba fundraiser last week and that went really good. I'm missing them today. They were not able to make it, but yeah, Team Thankful Manisha. That's where we always try to fundraise for the Kidney Foundation for Kidney Walk every year.
Here at the Kidney Walk in the Fraser Valley with Narinder from Envision Financial, one of our sponsors. Tell me, Narinder, why was it important to be here today?
Oh, Envision Financial is a credit union and we are a local credit union. We want to support everything, something with the community, where we can give back to the community. So when we heard about the Kidney Walk that is being organized here at the local Holland Park, we wanted to be part of it, so we sponsored it, and we are glad that we were able to support with a great cause.
That's so perfect. And tell me then, what is your connection to kidney disease?
Personally, my wife is a kidney transplant patient. She got a kidney 2 years ago, so that's personally close to my heart as well.
Hi, so we're back at Plugged In, and I'm here with Geoff and Tracey Dunsire. They're going to tell us a little bit more about Geoff's inspiring story. Tracey, can you tell us about the initial diagnosis?
Yeah, Geoff got sick when he was 13 and was in children's for a while, and then we managed it. He had a lot of issues with his health, but he just managed it. And when he was 25, he actually thought he had the flu, a really bad flu. He wasn't living at home. We didn't know. And he ended up
living in New West.
He ended up in VGH, and we were told he was end-stage liver failure, that he had 2 weeks to live if he didn't get a liver. Right out of the blue, and so they admitted him. Because his liver wasn't functioning, his health started declining really quickly, and he ended up with. So he ended up in ICU, but he was got an infection in his blood that went to his heart and his brain. His kidneys shut down. He was on dialysis. He ended up in a coma. He was on life support. He ended up paralyzed from the neck down. It was polyneuropathy and polymyopathy. He almost went blind. He got an infection in his eyes. He was in ICU for 3.5 months, VGH for 6, Geoff Strong for 5. And then, quite ironically, Geoff Strong was going to release him, put him in a care home. They said there was nothing else they could do, and he was still paralyzed. He couldn't walk, he couldn't do anything. And so we reached out for help, and we got him across the street in a place called Yale Road. And within 2 weeks, they had him standing and weight-bearing. They never used a ceiling lift again, and it's been a really hard, tough road for the past 5 years, 6 years total.
6.
And he also ended up, when he was in rehab out at Surrey Memorial, had a seizure, and he was in the hospital again for 3 months and ended up having brain surgery. And he's had to have surgery on his legs. There's all these other
I had my Achilles
complications.
tendon cut, my gastric cut, and 4 pins put in my right foot.
Yeah. So after all of that, 16 months later, we got him home. We put ramps in our house. We had a hospital bed in the dining room for over a year. Care people coming in, all of that. We just pushed and pushed. He worked out. He started going to the gym in his wheelchair and found a gym that was adaptable. And now he is not. He went from a power chair to a manual chair to a walker to a cane. And now here he is at the Kidney Walk. Him and Debi, they formed the Team of Believers. That's his donor. And yeah, so they they're the top fundraising team, and they've raised over $7,000 for this event. And the other thing that happened was that Geoff was, because of his complicated medical history, he's been on dialysis for 6 years. Because of that, they told him that he couldn't go on the list, BC Transplant list for a deceased donor. He needed a living donor. So then it started again, and trying to get the word out there. And we call Debi our angel on earth, is what she is, because she's giving Geoff his life back.
She's giving my life back, 100%.
And how did Debi come into the picture?
So we actually had decided that we were going to move from Maple Ridge to Mission, and it was in the Maple Ridge paper because I had gone to different media outlets to get the word out there. We had to find a living donor for Geoff. And Debi was, we were referred to her and her husband as realtors. She saw the story, she met Geoff. It touched her heart, she got tested. We thought it was going to be me. I went through all the testing and was denied at the end. Another woman stepped forward, she was denied at the end. And
another guy stepped forward,
Debi, and then Debi was approved. And then it was a long process after that as well, but we found out just before Easter that she was approved, and we just found out last week that the date is June 19th.
Well,
I know.
amazing.
And his sister is getting married on June 15th.
Yeah.
So let's just throw this all in together.
My
And what's really cool though is that Geoff was told he would never walk again, and he's actually going to walk me down the aisle, and he's in the wedding party.
I'm in the wedding party.
And he's in his best friend's wedding party at the end of August.
Yeah,
so
my best friend's getting married.
Pretty cool.
That's incredible. And speaking of walks and walking, we are at a walk.
We are.
So tell me what the sense of community means to you.
Oh, I mean, I can't even put it into words. I mean, if it wasn't for our family, our friends, just even media that has helped us out.
The media helped a ton.
The doctors, the nurses, everybody. Geoff has a village. For the last 6 years, he has a village, and it's incredible, and it's got us to where we are now. And if it wasn't for Debi, I don't know where he would be.
I'm looking out in the crowd, and I'm seeing a lot of your friends and family here, and
we got a few of them.
So happy to have you guys as part of our kidney community.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So the PKD Patient Forum just ended, and I'm here with Paidi, a PKD patient. Paidi, thanks for joining me. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Paidi, you were diagnosed with PKD when?
Since 1990.
1990. Coming to a patient forum like this, and this is really one of the first, how did you feel about it?
I feel really good to hear about how other people living with PKD and the doctors, the research and the medication, the outlook for long in the future.
You found it very informative?
Oh, very informative. I'm really glad that I get the opportunity to be here.
Michael, you are a PKD patient. You were also in the patient forum. How did you enjoy it this evening?
Oh, it was great. It was interesting to meet other people who had PKD and to get such a comprehensive overview from the doctor.
A comprehensive overview is right. It was extremely informative.
I wouldn't even say overview. I'd say very detailed, but the comprehensive is the word I'd say, yeah.
And it must be great to have a PKD patient forum where there's others that have PKD that can share information from as well.
Yeah, I know there's a little bit of trading information. How are your kidneys? When did you learn about it? That kind of stuff. So it's almost a social where we all have something in common. I was saying that we should probably wear a little sign that says what our kidney function is. Hi, my name is Mike. It's my kidney function.
Is there something surprising fact maybe about PKD that they might not know or that you've encountered over the years in dealing with PKD?
I think that just how common it is and that people won't have heard of it. And I had never heard of it. I was diagnosed with it. But just last year, I discovered one of the friends I went to high school with also had it. And it was just that kind of thing that it can just hide. And the other thing I think is that it's kind of an invisible disease. The symptoms, you don't see someone walking down the street with a limp and think, oh, that person has PKD. Even in the later stages of the disease, like myself, I'm very close to kidney failure now. and I look quite healthy, and it's just kind of invisible because it just presents as fatigue. And I think that people may not know that people with this disease, as they get more tired, they might just stay home more, and they may not know why, right? Because people are reluctant to expose their weaknesses. So if anything I was to tell people, it would be those things there.
Well, thanks so much for joining me, Michael. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Bob Johnstone, and I had a kidney transplant 2013. And standing beside me is my very giving donor, Mary Ann.
Yeah, it was May 27th, 2013 that we exchanged parts.
And is this your first kidney walk, or how many have you done?
I've done a kidney walk from day one initially, and it's been 6 years, so this is my 6th kidney walk.
And how about yourself, Mary Ann?
Maybe 3 or 4.
And how was your day today?
It's okay today. Every day is not a challenge. All I have to do is take my medication every day and eat healthy, and it should last forever.
Yeah, and I would encourage people to consider giving a kidney. It's really an easy thing to do if you're a healthy person.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic day. We're here at the 2019 Kidney Walk, and we're here with Bob's team. Have you done this walk before, or is this your first time?
No, several times, as my husband received a kidney donation from a girlfriend of mine, so we come out and support the Kidney Walk every year.
We have, we're supporting co-workers who have kidney disease that runs in their family. That's why we're here, to support this amazing event, to fundraise and to hopefully provide a better future for a lot of people with kidney issues.
And what brings you to the Kidney Walk today?
I'm actually a dialysis nurse from St. Paul's, so I'm here today to support the Kidney Walk.
I'm actually a patient, and this is actually my second time coming to this walk, and just to support everybody here and getting to know more patients and nurses.
I was at St. Paul's, and now I work in the clinics, and I'm here to support everybody.
And why do you keep coming back?
It's a really good community, and I've enjoyed working with the Kidney Foundation, so I think it's good to support them.